How's it going? Look, all of you, well, yeah, all of you, a few of you, some of you, and a bit of you are actually anticipating a very, very vulgar video, as I promised my next video was going to be vulgar. I do assure you that video is in fact going down. I am actually currently waiting on a Quran. I've looked up an address. I'm going to be going to purchase one very soon, but in the meantime, I'm sorry, I couldn't fucking refrain. I have to make a video. The reason for that, and I got to be honest with you, there's a few videos that I really wanted to respond to, and I held back simply because, you know, I was under the assumption that my next video has to be this one. But this one user by the name of fuckpcculture, somewhat vulgar username, he actually took the time to respond to me. He made a 4-part video to respond to my questions, and that's awesome. I think that's cool. I mean, let me break this down. Essentially, I was commenting on a particular video, and he responded to me. What was the context of the original conversation? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I have a really shitty memory, so I don't even remember. Or maybe I was drunk. One of the two. Maybe both combined. But the point is, I do remember him mentioning he was a Satanist. So it kind of struck me. I was just like, wait, I really don't know fuck all about Satanists. You really don't confront very many people that are in fact Satanists. So I felt I would take the opportunity to ask this man a few questions and learn some things about Satanism. I mean, one would argue, I mean, if you want to learn about creationism, do you ask a creationist? No. The thing is, I have done a minute amount of research on Satanism, and as I pointed out to fuckpcculture, the verdict on Satanism generally is malicious. It's really not honest, which really threw me off, which is kind of what put me into the position of not caring at that point type thing. So anyway, after asking him a few questions and him respectfully saying, you know, I will answer them to the best of my ability, which one couldn't ask for more than that, really. I mean, to me, that is the most definitively honest answer that anybody could possibly say. Instead of saying, yeah, I will give you the fucking lowdown, I will give you the then, is, that, and what's up of Satanism, he said, I'm going to answer them the best I can. That to me is an honest individual. That to me is a credible individual. That to me is somebody that warrants my respect, at least on the surface, worthy of me diving a little further into his concepts. Anyway, so it turns out this man made a 4-part series responding to my videos. How awesome is that? Now, initially what I was going to do is watch all 4 videos and respond to his, but it turns out that I have now watched 1.5, and he has addressed so many issues, which did a lot of things to me. It drew a lot of questions, but it also answered a lot of misconceptions that I previously had. The first one was I had no idea that there were so many denominations, so many different practices, and so I had no idea that essentially Satanism was so lenient, and essentially, let's say they have a I wouldn't say globally held, but a culturally held, like in the sense of, let's say in my particular area, if Ontario was to hold a black something shit. I told you I got a bad memory. a black meeting, a black seance, a black some shit like that. Anyway, the whole point is, essentially, all kinds of people would gather in a particular region, and they would essentially listen to a grand speaker, but not necessarily practice such influential practices or do any kind of defined doctrines. They essentially do whatever the fuck they want and listen to this man, most likely because he says something intelligent. I would assume. Haven't been there. Might attend one now, though. I gotta tell you, it sounds tantalizing. Not that I want to become a Satanist, but simply because I find the whole lenient aspect of religion to be quite fascinating. Anyway, in the second video, he's addressing the aspect of is the Satanic Bible the Satanist holy book? Now, before I even get into that, before I even ask the question, I realize that the Satanic Bible, you have to understand, I've read the Satanic Bible. It's actually quite a brilliant book. It's amazing. I'm not going to go into details, but so he's going on at this point. I'm halfway through the video, and like I said, the man made a 4-part series towards me. I feel it's justified to ramble on about any unjustifiable means at this point because I'm paying respects. He has gone out of his way to address my questions, and I'm going to go out of my way to respond to his videos. He's asserting that the Satanic Bible is not it's not the Bible as Christians see it. It's not like the book. You need to follow this, blah blah blah. It's essentially saying that the holy book, well, not, oh jeez, I said holy book, and I used it, even when I asked the question, I used quotation marks, and I fucking went and said it now, and I realize it's not like a fucking holy book to Satanism, but, the Satanic Bible stands as sort of a guide, not sort of, rules to live by, but a guide. And one who is intrigued or one who wishes to follow should certainly take upon the greater knowledge of the entire prospect of the Satanic Bible. If that doesn't make sense to you, fuck you, get drunk, listen to it again. Probably will. Anyway, I'm going to end this particular response. I'm going to make a second one after I've finished watching this video, his third and his fourth, and hopefully summarize my particular inputs on this. But, to finish this one off, I got to say, men, thank you. Thank you for addressing my questions. Thank you for being sane. Thank you for, it's so, here on YouTube, I'm so used to dealing with, it's almost like instantly, somebody's a theist, they're a creationist. Mainly because theists generally don't speak out. Well, your average theist, the people that believe in God and Christ and whatever, just on rational grounds. I'm so bombarded by lunatics defending any kind of faith that it's refreshing and very entertaining and incredibly a learning experience to see somebody out. No, the question is, do I call you a theist being a Satanist? Technically, I think I would, simply because Satanism is based on theology of a Christian Bible, but then some, I don't know, kind of an awkward territory. I don't know. But you understand what the point I'm trying to make. It's just that it's incredibly rejuvenating to talk to somebody who's fucking sane that follows a religious doctrine or follows their own beliefs, but also uses a guide of religious doctrine, whether that be God, Jesus Christ, or Satan himself. Fair enough. To me, it just sounds like a bunch of guys not giving a shit and essentially doing what they want, which I would subscribe to most people. Most people actually take doctrine out of a book that seems to be befitting of their particular beliefs, and they run with it. Satanism seems like the extreme degree, but it also comes with a sense of rationality, I've noticed. It is fascinating and intriguing, to say the least. But I digress. I'm going to make a second part to this one. Sorry for everybody that I'm not fucking doing what I said I was going to do in my last video. In this video, trust me, it's on its way. Just waiting for the fucking book. Apparently, Muslims like to procrastinate. I don't know, whatever. But it's gonna happen. Sit tight. I know it's not my next video. I lied. I'm a sinner. Going to fucking hell. Fair enough. Be prepared for my second part on this particular response, because I owe it to the man. Alright? Yes, until part 2. Have a really good time, drink lots of beer, and if all else fails, drink lots of beer. Okay.